All right, so basically after you speak to the insured, if he was there, I would have asked him what the problem was. He would have took me into the bathroom, showed me the problem there. He would have took me to the kitchen. I would explain to him, okay, I'm going to start at your front door. So once I tell him I'm going to start at the front door, I'm going to go counterclockwise around the home. I take a picture of the front door. And I want you guys to do the same motions. Just build this muscle memory of how you're going to document it. So you're going to take a picture of the front door. It's kind of elementary, self-explanatory, but at least it shows them that you are inside the home and you're starting at the front door. Okay? Then we're going to face this way, and I'm basically going to pave the path. Now, remember, there was 3 claims on this house: a roof, master bath, and kitchen. Because the roof is involved, I would say to the insured, is it okay if I inspect all your rooms just to make sure that there's no damage? They could say, well, look, I don't want you to inspect certain areas, and that's perfectly fine. But you want to at least try to initiate that you want to inspect all the rooms. So you go around and look at all the rooms. You will start counterclockwise. I would have started in the laundry room, turn on the light. I will take one picture of the door with the room in the background. I will take a picture of it showing that I went into that room. If there is damage in there, I'm going to take additional pictures.
Okay.
You understand? If there's no damage, that one picture is enough.
Okay.
That tells the file reviewer that you went inside. Okay? So we're not going to do all of that. I will take a picture of this living room. Alright, I'll be inspecting the ceiling as I go because I knew that there was roofing damage. I wasn't worried about the walls or the floor. I'm worried about water coming down from the ceiling. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if this was a roofing claim, I would have went into every room. But because I already know, I've already been here yesterday, not yesterday, Sunday, Gorman. So now I'm going to take an overview of the master bedroom. I'm going to look at the ceiling. If there's no damage in the ceiling, that'll be it. Now we're going to make our way to the master bath, okay? There is someone in here, but she says it's okay, we can come. All right. That there was a leak underneath it. So I asked him, okay, explain to me, was there any water on the floor? Yes, there was water. How far did the water get? He told me the water got about this far. Okay. So these questions you're asking so that you can know what else you're looking at. You understand what I'm saying? We know he called this in, but obviously the water may have went somewhere else. Yeah. So since he said it was over here, I'm going to document. I already took a picture of the bathroom. Now I'm going to do like a 360 picture of the bathroom, the rest of it. Document the cabinet, take a picture of the plumbing where the water may have come from. And since he told me that the water came about this far, I'm going to want to check these walls. Because he said the water got that far. I will be pulling out my moisture meter because I obviously cannot see anything. Yeah, problem seen. This is where flashlights come in handy. I can't see anything. So my next thought, let me check for moisture. Someone remind me why I'm recommending this moisture meter. It's different from all other moisture meters. Alright? Remind me when we get to class to explain why I recommend this one. Are you going to ask me?
No, can you show us how to...
Absolutely. How to use it, right?
Yeah.
So, in this moisture particular, moisture meter, every time you turn it on, you have to calibrate it. Actually, I'm going to explain right now why I recommend this one. Every time you turn it on, you have to calibrate. What it does in the calibration, it takes into consideration the moisture that's in the air.
Okay.
You know, with the AC running, there's moisture everywhere, okay? There's moisture sitting on every single surface. What this does, it takes into consideration the moisture in the air and subtracts it from the calculation.
Okay.
You follow me? So that whatever I touch it to, it's already taking out the moisture in the air value. So wherever I touch it to is reading the actual moisture that's in the wall, less the moisture that's in the air. Most moisture readers are relevant, meaning they read the moisture that's sitting on the surface and the moisture that's inside the material. So what you have to do, you have to go to the area that's damaged, take a reading. Let's say it reads 65. You find another area far removed from the damaged area, you take a reading there. Let's say it reads 35. Now you subtract the 35 from the 65, that is your actual moisture level in that material. You follow me? That's how most 80% of moisture meters work. And that's probably the reason why insurance carriers don't like you using them, because not everybody understands that. You follow me? This moisture meter takes that into consideration and removes that value. So whatever you touch with this is reading the actual value. Put it on my skin, 100%. How much moisture is in our bodies? 80%? Alright? So it reads the actual moisture. So, I put it up against the wall. See the moisture value? 10.9. If I bring it lower, see how it increases? 20.5. Anything above 19% moisture for, I believe it's over 36 hours, has the potential to develop into mold. Moisture feeds mold. So theoretically, this has a higher value of moisture, but it's only 1%, maybe even less. I would not even consider that damage for a number of reasons. It's so close to that breaking point that I'm not going to write it down. You understand what I'm saying? Second reason, wood holds moisture longer than drywall, any other material. So it could have been damaged by the water coming out the cabinet, or it could have been damaged just by mopping. Everyday maintenance. The same with cabinets in the kitchen. You understand what I'm saying? So I won't even take into consideration the wood. Even though it's 22, 25, now if it was 30 something, yeah, I'm going to put it down. Alright? So we know that the wall and the base didn't get that much damage. And another thing about moisture readers, you put it on metal, it gives you a high moisture content. Alright? Because of the characteristics of the metal. There's no water in the metal, but because of the characteristics of the metal, it reads a high content. Okay, that's any moisture meter. So I share that to say, when you have a small area of the wall, if this is a metal stud wall, it's going to read high because of the metal studs. Now look at when I come to the corner. Look at how it goes up. Why? What's at the corner here?
Corner beading?
It's a corner bead, a metal corner bead. So it reads high. So you got to be aware of nuances like that. Alright? So you see, once I get past the corner bead, it goes down. And when I get to the corner, where there's probably a metal stud there, it goes up. Electrical reads moisture. It reads like it's moisture, but it's not. It's just electrical wiring that's inside the box. Follow me? So when we're using it, we're normally just going along the wall to the bottom. I normally start at the bottom. If it's high, I go higher and see how long it stays high. Once the amount goes down below 19, I know from the floor to that spot is damaged. So I rip out 2 feet, 3 feet, whatever it is in that area.
Can you repeat that? Like you said, if it goes from the bottom.
I start from the bottom so I can know where the moisture stops. You understand what I'm saying? Once it goes low, I know that the damage to the wall stops there. Alright? So if it damaged 1'6", I'll just take out 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? If it's damaged 6 inches, I'll take out a whole 1 foot. I'll just go to the next foot. Alright? So the damage didn't go beyond the cabinet. There's no need for me to sketch this room. I just need to know what the size of this cabinet is. Because I'm going to replace the cabinet. You follow me? Now, the bottom portion of this cabinet is damaged. Now this is a whole nother class, this part, but we're here, we're talking about it. The bottom portion of this cabinet is damaged, the top isn't. So when I go to replace it, I am doing a detach and reset of the countertop, but I'm replacing the cabinet.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you go and replace the countertop and the cabinet, they're going to kick it back and say, look, countertop's not damaged.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Somebody who knows what they're doing is going to say the countertop's not damaged. So, and this is something additional, just throwing in, and I'll be throwing in things like that for you to understand how to do estimating, okay? So now, we're just going to measure the width of the cabinet. Someone measure that for me?
You have to sketch the cabinet too.
Look, just measure the width. How much you got? Alright, 4 feet. Cabinet is 4 feet wide. So we're going to write down master bath, vanity cabinet, 4 feet wide, damaged. Okay? So do we understand why we're not sketching this room? Because I told you whenever there's damage in the room, you're going to sketch it. Do you understand why we're not sketching it? Why? Tell me why.
Because it's nothing else is damaged, so being that this is the only thing that you need to replace, you're just going to focus on this.
That's correct, just the cabinet. Alright? Just the cabinet. Because nothing else is damaged. If this wall was damaged, only this wall, we'd be sketching this whole bathroom. Because we'll be repairing the wall, we'll be priming the damaged area, but we're painting the entire room.
Right.
Okay? Without the ceiling. Okay? Alright, so we're done in the master bath.
Mr. Ashton,
Yes, sir?
you know when I was sketching the bathroom?
Alright.
But like, you know how yesterday you had like different ways you wrote through a window and like sliding doors? How would you do a shower? Like a
How would I do
glass
a shower?
Yeah.
I would do it like a room. And the door would be like the door of a room.
Okay.
Okay, it would be equivalent. You got me?
Okay.
If it's an enclosed shower. Alright? So we inspected this, we inspected the master bedroom, we inspected the laundry room. Not really, but I explained to you that you would have. Okay? So now we're going countertop line. We're going to go here. We'll take photo of this entryway. We're going to take photo of this breakfast nook. We're going to take photo of this kitchen. Okay? We're going to do that later. Remember we had the second plane was the kitchen sink? So we take one picture, let's figure out what's wrong with that, and then we're going to continue on. So in here, similar situation, the pipe leak, damaged bottom of the cabinet. That's correct. No, the bottom platform or bottom shelf of the cabinet. One thing in particular about kitchen cabinets, you also want to take a picture underneath the cabinet that shows that there's a garbage disposal. Alright? Meaning, if it has a garbage disposal, take a picture of it. And the reason why you make sure you open up the cabinet, take a picture of the garbage disposal, is because you want to give monies for that insured to have the garbage disposal removed and put back. Alright? Because it's going to cost money to take it off and for someone to reinstall it. So once you establish that there is damage in this kitchen, now you want to take a 360 picture of the kitchen. Because you want to show that fire review what the entire kitchen looked like. Because if later on someone says, well, you had damage to the wall, you're like, no, here's the picture. Take a picture of everything.
What about the crack?
The who?
in the floor.
The crack in the floor?
Yeah, it's no
Not
flank,
related.
yeah.
Not related. Not related.
Not related
Now-
because
That couldn't cause
That's what I'm
water
going to
damage?
explain.
Okay.
No, it won't be caused by water damage. Water never damages tile. Unless it's been underwater for like a couple of days, which will cause it to separate from the mortar bed. It has to be 6 to a foot of water sitting there for it to begin to separate. Now, if something came through the roof, came through the ceiling, it hit the floor and cracked it, now it's covered. Remember, it has to be a what?
Trigger.
Something has to trigger coverage. Alright? Something has to trigger the coverage. So, ask the insured, how far did the water go? When he gave me an idea, it was pretty much around here. So now I'm going to check the rest of the cabinets, right? To see if that same water spilled out and went anywhere else. In particular, in regards to cabinets, I checked the kick plate, which is under the cabinet, because remember, water's on the floor. Has about 19%. All right, remember I told you anything above 19? But I won't even do it because it's so close to the breaking point. Then I go to the end cap and I check it. What do we got? 30% moisture. So I'm going to say this is damaged. I can try it on the front. 27%, 28%, close to 30. I would say this is pretty close to damage. I go to the next one. And once I determine that it's a high percentage, once I've determined that it's at a damage point, of course, over here it's saying 27. As I get closer, it says 28, 29, 30. Over here it says same thing, close to 30. So which photo you think I'm taking? The lesser reading or the greater reading? The greater reading. Why am I doing that?
Because it has to be over the 19%.
Absolutely. But both of them was. You had 28, you had 30. Why would I take the higher reading? Do I need to take a picture of every single reading I take in this kitchen?
No.
No, you don't.
It's more.
Just the highest reading. You're establishing damage. You understand what I'm saying? And it's common sense just to take a picture of the highest reading. Alright? You don't want to give any reason to think that it's not, see, like right now it's 33. So I'll take 30, I'll take a picture of the higher reading to show them that it is damaged. Okay? Because I can go sporadically. It could be high, low. Some areas may not even show anything, like right there, right? But I'm not going to show the one that doesn't show anything, because that creates a stigma of doubt in somebody's mind, and that's not what you want to do, right? I'm not going to take a bucket of water either and hit the left on the wall. You understand what I'm saying? To prove anything, but you're here to document it. So I go all the way over here, and I take another reading. 27, as I get lower, I got almost 41. So I'm going to take that higher reading and submit that. So I'm this far, so what am I establishing? All the bottom cabinets need to be replaced. So when you're dealing with kitchen cabinets, you can only put to replace the bottom, because the tops aren't damaged. There's no reason for me to even check the top, because there's no way that water jumped from the floor to the ceiling. You understand? So I'm not going to even waste my time. So, and Sherman turned around and said, are you going to put in to match the top? As an adjuster, we do not match the cabinets. The insurer can go back and fight with the insurance company and say, hey, I can't match it, and then the insurance company may eventually give it to them, or they might go to court about it. Most of the time, they'll probably give it to them. But us as adjusters in the field, we can't write for it because it's not damaged. I understand the idea may not match, but your file reviewer will not give it to you because it is not damaged. You guys follow me, the idea, the concept of that? So, when I replace the bottom cabinets, what am I doing with the countertops?
Yeah, detach and replace.
Detach and reset. Why?
Because it's not damaged.
It's not damaged, that's correct. We're not doing both of them as a whole. So, you got a question, Trey?
Is the like with the cabinets, is that kind of similar to like the 25% rule? Like if you know it's just like majority of it, then you know all of them need to be replaced?
Not at all. 25% is only for the roof, only in Florida. Okay? Only for the roof, only in Florida. Okay, so we established that the cabinet is damaged. You may have some file reviewers that say, hey, you can just replace the kick plate and the cabinet should be fine. Well, why is the kick plate down? And they have, I understand what they're saying because, and I've had this fight before. I understand what they're saying. Normally when you purchase cabinets, depending on who you buy it from, they have the cabinet, right? They have the box. It's basically like that. Side piece, and then the box is elevated off the air. This is an empty area. That empty area is covered with a kick plate. Alright, so they say, well, if the kick plate is only damaged, why don't we just replace the kick plate? How did the kick plate get damaged? Water on the ground touched the kick plate and damaged it. What else is touching the ground? The side pieces are touching the ground as well. You understand what I'm saying? So when they tell me just replace the kick plate, I say the cabinet's sitting on the ground as well. So why would you just replace the kick plates? You understand what I'm saying? That means that this is damaged as well because it's sitting on the ground too. Same place the kick plate is sitting in. I tell you guys not to argue with file reviewers. There are some, they work with you, they may say, hey, do you really think that's damaged? So that's something that you can tell them, yeah, this is the reason why. They may ask you why you're doing it. Don't be shy in telling them. But if they say, hey, I need you to change this, don't fight, just change it.
Just make sure you document it.
Make sure you document it.
At what point do you like have the conversation with the file reviewer? Is that like
if they ask you for advisement? If they're demanding it, just do it.
no, I'm saying like at what point do you even have that conversation with them? Is like what needs to be damaged, what needs to be replaced?
Oh, when you submit your claim, when you're done and you submit it, it goes to QA, quality assurance. That's where a file reviewer will take it and look over it. All right, they have certain parameters that they're looking for. A lot of the times, what they're looking for is the quantity. To see if your quantity is crazy. They look for depreciation. They just want to know you depreciated. Depreciation may be off and wrong. They don't care about that. Because they're not going to nickel and dime and say, how old are the cabinets? How old were the drywall? How old is that lamp? They just want to know that you did it.
Right.
All right? And then they're looking for coverage. Those are the three main things your file reviewer is going to be looking at. Because believe it or not, they don't have the amount of time to go over every detail of your claim. So if the quantity looks crazy, they've seen your photo, if the quantity looks crazy, they may put a flag and check it. You don't have any depreciation, they're definitely going to flag it. And if your coverage is wrong, they're going to flag it. They're going to decline it. For one of those three reasons. Y'all follow me? Yes. And then they're going to send you an email, depending on how you have your notification set up. They're going to notify you and say, hey, we rejected this, and here's the reason why. You need to fix all of these.
That would mean you'd have to come back and do another inspection.
No. You have your camera. I mean, you have your pictures, and you have your sketch. You can do it from wherever you're at. All right?
And you just fix it on your report.
That's correct. They send it back to you, you fix it, then you send it back up again. All right? This is all digital. Okay? So, kitchen has problems. We take a 360 picture of the whole room because we've established that the damage is here. Now, we're going to sketch this room because the cabinets that we're replacing circumferences the entire room. You understand what I'm saying? It touches all the wall. We're actually measuring for the cabinets, but we're going to have to sketch the kitchen to do that. How do we do the sketch? You can stand right here. For me, I try to stand at the most square spot. All right, standing here, I'm at an angle. It's going to throw me off. So I go to the most square spot, which is here because this wall is pretty much square. Put my back up against it, and then I sketch it. All right? I've already done it. So I can read off the measurements to you, or if anybody
You
would like
sketch
to practice.
along the floor, not the roof.
Along the floor. That's your better idea. Really, it's the walls. which is equivalent to the floor. But the ceiling has this open area, so you can't really depend on the ceiling. All right? So I put my back up against the most square spot, and I just draw it out the best I can. Okay? I got 3 tape measures. Whoever would like to practice using it, and you'll call out the measurement to everybody else. How about that? Instead of me just telling you what it is. Who would like to practice using okay. All right, you're gonna put the butt up against wherever your wall is. Okay. Let's give everybody a chance to draw it. You can draw yours as well. You ain't gonna get out of that. Go ahead and draw yours as well before you start doing that.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not going to include it because it's not affected and it's actually separated. And guys, I want to give you guys a hint here.
So, do I just go straight across here?
You want to go straight across, but you want to stop at that
right
wall.
here.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to address. Caleb just mentioned a good thing. He said, do we come over here as well? No. What you're going to do, every wall, when you sketch it, you're going to sketch it as a separate room. Even though right here there is no wall, still you're going to sketch it like there is a wall. Because you're going to create that separation of rooms. You follow me? So here where there's no wall, you're going to draw an invisible wall here. And when you get on the software, you're going to make this wall disappear. But it's still going to be separating the different rooms. You follow me? All right. Everybody drew everything pretty much?
No.
Huh? Is that it?
How do you
What is that?
do you draw in the refrigerator?
I was drawing the.
Okay, here's an idea. I'm gonna show you an idea.
Okay.
Am I back up against the wall? I went this way, that way, and just drew it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right? You're basically tracing the same direction that the walls are going.
What do you think about
That's
that?
pretty close, but this wall is an angle.
Okay. I did it like this little corner right on the.
Oh no,
on the
so
side
you're
of
doing the cabinets, not the cabinets, the walls.
Okay.
All right? And then we're gonna draw in the cabinets up against the wall.
Okay, I got you. The walls.
Okay? Trace the walls. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're drawing the cabinets. Draw the walls.
Oh, okay.
So your wall would be like that.
Oh.
See how it meets up now?
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. What you're doing is good, but you're drawing just the cabinets. See, would be your outside drawing, which is perfect. Your cabinet drawing is perfect. You follow me? But you're drawing the wall, and then you add the cabinet to the wall. You drew the cabinet by itself, which is still good.
Yeah.
But your measurement's gonna be more accurate. You draw the walls, and then you put the cabinet in. You drew the cabinet, and I'm putting the walls in around your cabinet. Which is still the same thing. You follow me? But if you start with the walls, it'd be a whole lot easier. So now, you're gonna separate that stove like that.
Okay.
Now you know that stove is a cap. You know what I'm saying? It's separate. But when you get over here, you got a refrigerator. You got a wall right here, which is the pantry. And then you got a refrigerator right there. So a pantry, you see how you're drawing that separation?
Yeah. Okay.
You follow me? Then you're going to draw in that sink. See how it all comes together now?
Yeah.
So now he's going to read you the measurements and you're going to write them in. You're doing the same thing he's doing. You're drawing the cabinets.
Right.
Which is fine if you draw it right and then draw the walls around it, but the easier way to do
You
it,
see, it would just be like that then.
that's correct. Now draw your cabinet in front of you. Alright?
And you could just a box.
That's correct, just the box. Is that mine? Yeah.
Just picking it out. Let's see how you.
See, you're drawing the cabinet, which is good, and then you fit the wall around it. But the easier way, draw the walls and then draw the cabinet.
There's no need to even distinguish the stove either.
Yeah, there is. Once you draw the cabinet, you can distinguish the stove and everything. Alright? You feel me now? You see what I'm talking about?
I feel you now.
Huh? You see what I'm saying? You were drawing the cabinet first. Well, you draw the walls first, and then you add the cabinet in front of it. That's good, that's good. That's your straight wall.
Still
No,
for
you good.
fridge.
Just picture yourself at the end of the cabinet and draw that angle right there. And then you draw the other, which is this wall here. You're coming up to this wall now.
So this is invisible?
That's correct, but it's there. You just did it.
Okay.
That's correct. Yep.
Should you do like the double doors for the pantry?
Well, keep,
Or should you just do it?
double door for the pantry, you can go to,
Folded.
yes, a folded piece of, like that. So you keep yourself grounded, your back up against that wall, so you keep your paper like that as well. You see what I'm saying?
That's gonna actually that too.
You keep your back up in one place and then you orient your paper as well. So that's the closet. You gotta go in a little bit. 'Cause remember, it goes back. See that? You follow my drift?
Yeah.
And then you come up forward. Now you're at that turn. So what do? You're gonna turn. You can even push it higher if you want. So it turns at an angle now. There you go. Now you're at the end of the room. Remember, nope, don't turn your paper. You can do it, but it's gonna throw you off.
Okay.
So you keep your paper oriented like the room.
Okay. And then
You go
close
up, and that's correct. There you go. Boom. That's correct. Now your cabinet is off the wall, but that's okay. No big deal. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you're gonna draw in the cabinet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna draw the cabinet now and follow whatever direction the cabinet goes.
Okay.
Perfect. Now the only thing is, you separated these. Why?
Or just to show like there's two doors in the cabinets. Like those are
Okay.
cabinets.
You don't have to worry about the doors. You have to draw the cabinet now, which is what you did earlier.
Well, when I did that was like.
I know.
Oh, okay. Now
You
I
were
see.
drawing the cabinet.
I see what you're doing.
See that?
It's like showing it's like.
The shape
Off
of the
the wall,
cabinet,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
correct. You're showing the shape of the cabinet. Same thing here. Remember, that wall goes back a little bit. Right? Doesn't it go back?
Yeah.
That's right.
Huh? So
Just
now
draw a
I'm
line
kind of
here and here.
improvising what you
That's your
just did.
refrigerator.
And that's the cabinet. It's just the cabinet. That's the fridge.
That's correct. So now you can draw in the fridge.
You might get.
And
You
then
can even write there
if
just so
you
you can
look,
remember.
you have the rest of the cabinet.
That's the stove.
You can go all the way across.
You
You
draw
can
the
even
four
write fridge in
circles
here if you
of the
want.
stove.
Yeah.
But then you have
And then the sink,
Here.
you can draw it in.
here.
Square.
See it?
Does that make sense, Rob?
See it on your sketch?
That's correct.
The end of the refrigerator.
How you doing, Brenda? Let me see what you got here. Perfect. What? Are
From
you
here to here
Yeah, she
From here to here.
she lied.
is where? Is where?
Cabinet.
Did you get this one?
From here to here.
Then you see your angle?
Yeah, right here.
That's right here.
The wall, right?
Let me see your camera, man.
Yeah.
You can get out of it, man.
No, I don't have one.
To the end of the room.
I'm very unprepared today.
Would you go from here to here and then tape measure the
No,
rest?
if you go, you're measuring the wall. You're gonna write in this opening.
Yeah.
All right. Remember how I told you I would do opening? I just do a hash
You
mark.
can just kind of
Okay.
That
rub
tells
that
me
out.
that that's the opening.
Okay, so you're writing this
Well,
opening
so I put my
separate, then you
dishwasher-
would.
No, you measure the walls.
Yeah.
Just
Wall.
slightly.
Two walls.
Okay.
To the end of the wall before the bed.
That is cabinet. All this
So
is
when I
cabinet.
say-
That's
when
your
you hear
refrigerator
wall to wall,
area.
Yeah.
This is the
wall
cabinet
all the way
going
to
up
the point
to
where it begins to
The
turn.
sink.
This wall is
Where's
by
the sink?
itself.
That's the end of the
Because
room.
it turns, that's a different wall. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what you're measuring. From here to that
Easiest way to
point,
look at it.
from that point to that point, from that point to that point.
Turn your body this way,
And he's gonna read the measurement to you.
and it looks like you drew it that way.
Yeah, it did.
Look at it now. Doesn't that look like your kitchen? You're standing right
This is
there.
the back
Yeah.
wall. It goes behind.
Where's the back wall?
Well, this part.
That's correct.
And so it would.
Yeah,
so
I
the
get it.
measurement
I get it.
from
It
this
just
wall
looks
to
blank because
the
I
end point
didn't put
Go ahead.
lines
would
for
go
the
from
cabinets.
here to.
That's what in my
You don't
mind.
have
I don't have to do that.
You're
Okay.
That's why you're doing the
you're
wall. You're not
actually
measuring the cabinet.
sketching
See
the
that? You're gonna
countertops.
measure that wall.
Okay.
And then from here to here.
Most important thing is you're sketching a wall.
That's correct.
Okay.
Because
But
theoretically,
there's no wall here though.
And then that's where we
correct,
would
but you
put
still gonna
the
take that measurement. So
measurements here.
theoretically, you can use the measurement of this wall that tells you how long that cabinet is.
Measurement here.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? The only thing you must subtract is that
that's
stove because there's no cabinet
Okay.
there.
Very good.
Alright,
We
so
getting-
take your measurement.
We getting.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what you're doing. Okay.
Well, you probably can ask us questions.
Where's the wall here? Where's this
He
wall?
drew that.
Oh.
I drew some of it, then he finished for me. Yeah.
You probably can see
Continue
what
to here.
Oh,
Yeah.
are
This is
we
just
taking
an
into accountability that they have to pull
Then
this?
Later.
the invisible
This
wall
stuff is
there,
later.
There you go.
When you're doing
So you
your
can
line
we're gonna make that
items,
disappear in the software.
Right.
it has
Backsplash.
backsplash. So you're gonna detach and replace the backsplash.
Gotcha.
There's a line name, a line
You put whatever makes you remember
item for that.
that's the scene.
Okay.
I normally just put make it look
Do
like
you have to
it's
measure
two
this?
squares.
Oh,
You know how
But
much it is.
that's works too. if
How,
that
how
works
tall
for you.
does it
You
look?
understand what
5
I'm
inches
saying?
to me.
okay.
And if you got a stove,
It's a normal
if that
size
works for you,
backsplash.
make you remember
Weird
that there's a
angles.
stove, there's a sink, and what's the
You're gonna use your wall.
Yeah, but you see.
Pull out your sketch.
Stuff down
Oh, I ain't right.
See how you put
We're
it
gonna
in?
Why not?
Because I'm
Alright,
pretty
we're
good
not
at
changing.
You're gonna need it later.
Oh, yeah?
Alright.
You're doing a claim.
Alright.
Sketch.
Have a look
Do,
at
do your sketch real quick.
it. Man.
Yeah, it's gonna be easy.
But where's this wall here though?
Then you wouldn't ask the question because you would be able to look at your sketch and see it.
Yep. So when you measure, where we're at. Okay, so when you measure from here to here, because your measurement's gonna go from this wall to this wall.
Okay.
So if I was helping you, I would think that there's nothing here at all. You understand what I'm saying? So you would draw that wall, and then you're gonna signify that there's an opening in this wall, because it is a wall. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm showing there? So if you would have came into the room and you had nothing here, I would have been like, is that a wall, Francisco? You'd be like, yeah, but I'm like, where is it? I don't see it. You understand what I'm saying? So your measurement's gonna go from here all the way to that wall. That's all right. So when you hear the term wall to wall, it's gonna be from the wall to wherever it bends. That's one wall. Then from that bend to the next bend, that's another wall. You follow me? That's gonna be your start and stops.
Okay.
When you're measuring, that's gonna be your start and stops. So we're doing the kitchen. It is a little bit nerve-wracking, right? Imagine doing the whole house. But here's the deal. Same system. One wall at a time.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You might get jittery and nervous. Calm down. How do you eat an elephant? One piece at a time. May take you a couple weeks, but it's gonna be good. You understand what I'm saying? So you just relax and you just do the same system. You get in this room, you're tracing the walls. Put yourself up against the wall. Don't move. Just stand there. Boom, 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 boom. The best that you can. Don't worry about scaling. It can look like, your room can look like that. As long as you got your start and stop points. Say like this room is a perfect square, right? Your room is a perfect square, but on here you got it looking like a, what do you call that? Rectangle. You got it looking like a rectangle on your thing. Don't stress out. Just make sure you get the measurement. Once you put it in the computer, it's gonna be a square. You follow me? It ain't got to look pretty, but you just gotta get your measurements right. Okay? So give us some measurements, Mr. Lazy Man.
I shall. Yeah, so well, I'm just gonna remeasure it
Right.
again just to make sure.
And when you're using this laser measure, don't worry about getting it perfectly on that corner, okay?
All right.
It can be a little bit off. If you can get perfectly on the corner, great. You follow me? But don't spend 5 minutes trying to get perfectly in that corner. What you got?
Actually, a second measurement is 408.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 feet 8 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in the future, just take one.
Okay.
That way you ain't got to sit around. I'll do it 409, 410, 411. Just take one best you can, then go to the next. If you're off 2 or 3 inches, no big deal. If you're off a foot, we got a problem. All right, guys?
In that case, would you still like round up?
3 feet and 9 inches.
Down.
And I'm going to that end to shoot this way.
All right.
What's the measurement?
What's the measurement?
3 feet 9 inches.
4A, 39. Yeah.
So flush against the wall here.
It doesn't have to be. You can hold it in your hand.
Got it?
You can hold it in your hand if you want to,
Oh,
just
really?
so the beam isn't hitting the wall down here.
Okay, he's about right. Yeah.
We measure that.
There you go.
So whatever it is, you minus it from the stove.
That's correct.
You mastered it already.
So
You just minus the stove opening.
10
do
feet.
you
10
minus-
feet.
minus stove
10 feet.
Or would you like
9
to
feet,
measure
11
the stove?
inches.
10 feet.
10 feet. Yes, sir.
30 inches.
No, the tough part would
Well,
be
write down what it is now. Don't try to-
measure across here, right?
Well, actually, yeah, you said
Just measure
260.
this, right?
What I would do
What would you do?
is measure from here to that corner,
Just
which
here?
is the end of your kitchen.
Okay.
This is considered your kitchen.
Right.
See, it's a half a wall.
Yeah. That,
They took the wall out. Right to the edge.
5 feet.
5'4". You can make that 5'6" or either 5.
We measure the invisible wall? All right, so turn and face the other
Now,
wall. There you go.
Here.
Face that wall where you
Oh, this
start.
one.
From here.
Oh, yeah. Here. Oh, here. Okay. Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
that's
you're
right.
using.
6 feet.
All right. So when
Now,
you
in
remember,
all
when you're
actuality,
drawing, draw those
That may be
invisible walls.
another foot.
Because the problem,
So-
yes, close that
So
off
you
the
could have
wall.
did that either way.
All right.
I told you here.
And the reason why I'm
That's a
having
whole
you
foot.
draw that
would
invisible
call
wall,
that 7
you're
foot.
creating a termination point. Because if you came into the room to ask me for help, I would have said, where's the wall? There's no wall here. You're like, yeah, there is a wall, but I don't see it.
So that's these, right? Just close the line.
That's
Use
correct.
this one.
That's right. Close it and then somehow you mark it so that you know this is invisible. You can do this, or you can do a hash mark like what we did here. Whatever makes you remember, that's an invisible wall. Follow me, guys?
Yes, sir. Okay. So we did the invisible wall here is 6 feet.
Okay.
And then I guess from that edge to behind the fridge, correct?
That's correct.
To that wall.
To this wall right here.
All right.
So obviously you're gonna have to pick it up high or guesstimate it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can actually come here.
Well, I can actually.
Oh, you can make it behind the fridge?
Yeah, yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. That's awesome.
Should we try it one more time?
Austin French here on Z88.3. It is 12:27, coming up in just about 10 minutes or so.
You are like 3 inches off that end of the wall.
I am.
Just so you know.
Tickets to see
All right.
Torrin Wells on a Citizens of Heaven tour.
And you sure you're not hitting that actual wall that you're
The Northland Church, donated by Transparent Productions.
Yeah, I keep hitting, like,
With
the-
them, Andrew
Right.
Rimm,
That's why he was suggesting don't do it.
Right.
Do it like this.
If you can do it, great.
Just like I showed you over there.
You can hold it off the wall. and-
Start it here
There you go.
because you are guesstimating.
Sure.
And then you hit it, bam.
All right.
Oh, gotcha.
You're
Doesn't have to
picturing
be-
yourself lining it up. So if you're off a couple inches, no.
Up high, up high, up high.
There you go.
Now,
No.
you have to move up to the edge. There you
There you
go.
go.
Oh, okay.
12:35.
10 feet.
10 feet
Yep.
straight away.
And
Okay.
you can come
Now,
over here.
we know that's really 9 feet because you were on that angle. So you just
Well, not 9
compensate.
feet, maybe 9'8" or something. Let's see if I can give it a shot to see what I can get.